Hi, good evening, Shahadat. Do I call you Shahadat?
Yes, Shahadat. So,
Okay, you can call me Carol.
Carol. Okay.
Yeah,
So, Carol, how are you and how is life
I'm
going?
good. Well, it's kind of tough, given the pandemic, but overall, I'm good. How are you? Is my audio clear?
I didn't get you. What did you say?
Sorry. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, wait. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. Actually,
Okay.
I couldn't get your point. What did you say last time?
Yeah, I mean, I said I'm good. It's kind of tough, given the pandemic, this COVID thing, but yeah, life must continue.
Okay. Okay, Carol, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Caroline Muyano. You may call me Carol. I'm from Manila, Philippines. So I currently work as a senior SAP MM consultant for Deloitte Consulting. So I've been in the SAP industry for about 9 years now, and SAP MM module has been my core module ever since. So I have experience in full cycle project implementation, rollouts, and functional support for SAP ECC R3, for SAP IS Retail, and as for HANA as well. I've worked under industries such as retail, manufacturing, hospitality, and telecommunication. So I'm also knowledgeable in terms of the integration of my module, which is SAP MM, to other core modules such as sales and distribution, production planning, FICO, and warehouse management. So I have a certification for SAP MM, that's Application Associate, and I also acquired other IT certifications such as ITIL V3 and ITIL Intermediate. So I believe I'm committed, I'm hardworking, I'm enthusiastic. So over time, I've developed that great sense of ownership, and I'm very willing and eager to learn.
Okay. Thank you so much for your nice introduction.
Sure.
Carol, can you please tell me what are the essential components in SAP M?
Okay, for SAP MM, in terms of, I just like to introduce what is SAP MM. So SAP MM, it's actually one of the fundamental modules operated in SAP. So it mainly deals with management of the materials and procurement activities. So in terms of its components, so in the procurement process, in a normal procurement process, it involves first the determination of the requirements, and then determination of possible sources of supply, um, vendor selection, and then PO processing and monitoring, and then goods receipt, invoice verification. Actually, that's the end for the procurement. And then the link to the internal or external accounting comes with the payment processing.
Okay. So can you explain the importance of a batch record?
So the importance actually of a batch record is, a batch is actually grouping certain materials in terms of their attributes. So most commonly used in terms of batch is in terms of their expiry. So you use the um, the batch number in order to identify, for example, this batch of produced goods or procured goods, or have this batch A, they're gonna expire for a certain period of time. So the importance of that is that you can easily track which group of materials will expire at this date, and which are those that will be issued early on. If you're using, first in, first out, like that.
Okay. Karen, can you explain how you can link a document to a vendor master record?
How you can lead.
Link.
Leak.
Yes, you link or connect a document to a vendor master record.
Okay, the vendor master record is very important in purchasing because when you create a purchase order or purchase document that involves a vendor master, you have to maintain a vendor master because your vendor is the one who's gonna invoice you soon. The payment processing will be posted to that vendor. So that's the link. When you purchase or when you request for a quotation to that vendor, when you have a contract to that vendor, so yeah, and payment and invoice verification.
Okay, can you tell me what is the transaction code that is used to extend the material view?
To extend the material view, you're still gonna use MM01.
Are you sure?
Yes, because you if that if if you create an MM01, you have to select the industry sector, right? And the material type, and you have to select specific views depending on the responsible department who are gonna maintain that. So in order for you to open another view, you still have to. It's like you extend it to another view. So it's MM01. It's like you creating a view for that. Unlike for MM02, that view is already existing. You just have to change some information inside.
Okay, Carol. So right now you are working which company? Working for which company? Can you name it?
I currently work with Deloitte Consulting.
Okay, so what's the main reason that you want to move?
Yes, actually, Deloitte or my current employer is a great organization. It's just that I feel like my skills and experiences are not being maximized. So I'm ready to take on so I'm looking for an opportunity which would allow me to do so to you know um, further enhance my skill and capabilities, and my experiences will be put into good use.
Okay, so what do you think? What is your greatest strength?
Sorry, strength, what do you mean by strength?
Strength, your what is your strong point? I mean,
A
what?
strong point.
Yes.
Okay. First, I have a high interpersonal skill. So I really um I'm great in working with people, especially when dealing with difficult tasks. And second, I am proactive. So being a consultant, it comes to a point when you just whatever the client needs, you just say yes to everything, right? So for me, it's not about that because they hire you, or they hire the services of the company in order for them to provide the best services that they can get in the system. So every time when we do gathering and everything, I see it that I compare their processes in terms of the SAP standard, and then I recommend the best practices of SAP. So that's my strength. I have high interpersonal skills. I am proactive, and I think I'm a happy person. I'm a very jolly person. I think it's another strength. Like being a consultant, it's a tough job. You deal with a lot of clients, difficult clients, but yeah,
Okay, so so do you have any idea what cultural diversity means? And right now
yes,
you are in Philippines, and if you are hired, then you have to go to a different country. Lot of
yes.
people who are from different countries will be there. Maybe you have to lead a team of different people from different cultural background like this. So, how would you deal? What will be strategy? Uh, can you please share your views?
Okay, yeah. In terms of cultural diversity, I'm very open to, diversity in general. Because also me, I also work in a multinational company. So I have friends working in Malaysia, in different parts of Southeast Asia, Singapore, and others. So in terms of how I communicate with this, I adjust based on the way they work. because sometimes there are um, certain people that work very fast, or they don't want to keep on, they don't want to be followed up upon every time because they just working. So I see to it that the nature of that person, I adjust myself, because you have to deal with different people, and it's not the same. Like, if I'm talking to a Filipino, like, it's okay that we talk like this, but when I'm talking to other people, for example, there are sensitive matters that you shouldn't bring up, or they're sensitive about. So you somehow, I do also my research in terms of their culture, in terms of how you're gonna deal with them. Yeah. So, because in the end, you're gonna work with a team, and you have to, adjust, you compromise in some cases. Yeah. So merely more on researching them, knowing their personality, and if there are any conflict that may arise, then always have to act it in professionally. So in the end, it's for the sake of the team and for the success of the organization.
Okay, Carol, thank you so much for attending this interview. So, this is a very
Sure.
initial phase of this recruitment process. So, but this is very important round. So, if you are shortlisted here,
Okay.
then you will be called for the second round of the interview, and that round you will be informed about all the facilities, the company information, and all of other things is really required. So, best of luck for the next round of this
Thank you.
and
Thank you for considering my profile, Shada. And sorry, I just like to add, like, is there an estimated, like, expected date for me to get the feedback for this one? And who will contact me? Is that you, or is it a company?
I will not contact you. So if you are shortlisted, then that company representative will directly call you, and they'll conduct the next round of interviews and other process of this recruitment process. So,
Okay, that's great.
okay.
Thank you, Shahadat,
Thank you.
for
Thank you
this
so much.
interview. Yeah, looking forward to the next one,
Here,
if ever.
best of luck. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.